And now we'll have a brief session to introduce the importance of cybersecurity to your company's financial health.
Thank you, everyone, for being here today. My name is Amber Dawkins, and I'm the Vice President of the Small Business and Financial Inclusion and Access to Capital efforts at Mastercard. And in my role, I help to set the strategic direction for small business segment and lead the execution of efforts that support underserved businesses to make sure that they obtain education, access to resources and tools to help them grow and thrive. And I am so excited to be here today with the amazing Tiffany Ricks. She's the founder and CEO of HacWare. Tiffany has over 15 years of experience working with organizations like the U.S. Air Force and L3 Technologies, and she truly understands the challenges teams face and is passionate about making advanced cybersecurity simple and accessible. And so, Tiffany, thank you again for being here today. You flew in for this event, so really appreciative. I would love for you to just start and share an overview of HacWare and the importance of small businesses protecting themselves from cyber attacks.
Thank you, Amber, for having me. Yeah, so what we're doing here at HacWare is we are an AI-driven cybersecurity education platform. And the problem that we're solving is we're trying to help companies combat phishing attacks. Phishing attacks are up 800% this year, and they're getting harder and harder to spot because cyber criminals are using AI like we are. And so what our platform does is it's a set it and forget it platform for companies of all sizes. They can use this, but it will generate a simulated attack, almost like a fire drill, and then it will train them with video content on how to correct their risky behavior. So we're just teaching people how to fight digitally. I call it digital self-defense.
Excellent. And so Mastercard, we conduct a lot of research. We like to say that if we do not believe that if you build it, that they will come. And we have seen through our research that 60% of small businesses are concerned about cyber threats, yet only 34% of them currently use cybersecurity software in their business. And I'm not talking about AWS or you are working with Shopify. That does not count as having cyber protection because you need to have more than that for your business. So can you share some of the myths and misperceptions about cybersecurity and cyber criminals today?
Yeah, and there's the myth that you all don't have anything that they want, and actually you do. I spend a lot of time on the other side of showing companies how a cyber criminal can get things from you all, or showing companies how a cyber criminal can get things from you all. And so they want what you have because a lot of times they see what you put out on social media. So they may see that you are doing business with the Mastercard, or you announce that you have this strategic partnership with this big brand. And it may not be anything. You may not have access to anything, but the information that you're sharing tells them that they want to come and find out. They want to come and find out. You may be catering for, some of these large brands, and that gives them the insights to say, you do have something. You may have some financial information. You may have a relationship. And so they're going to hack you because they know that small businesses, they have less defenses than a large enterprise. And so you are what is called a supply chain attack. They're going to target you to get to that bigger fish. And they may not end up and not get anything, but you're going to be left in oftentimes trying to recover, because once a cyber criminal creates an incident and it's a breach and they'll leak that information to the dark web, you're hacked one time. A lot of times you have to notify. The law is you have to notify your customers that you've been breached. So that's a reputational damage. But the information that's leaked to the dark web, that allows other cyber criminals to hop on that train and target you as well. So it's really, really important for you to treat your business, as it's your livelihood. A lot of us have taken our 401ks from our corporate life and put this into our business. We've used our last dimes to create these companies. And so the last thing we want to do is believe that we don't have anything that a cyber criminal wants, they hack us, and then you're out of business. And you go out of business within 6 months. Oftentimes, small businesses go out of business within 6 months after getting hacked.
No, absolutely. And it's very scary because we also have seen through our research that it could cost upwards of $200,000 for a small business to recover from a cyber attack. And you talked a little bit about how there are targets for cyber criminals, and that 90% from our research, 90% will experience a phishing attack. And then where if you don't know what a phishing attack is, you probably don't know the name maybe, but you definitely probably have experienced it. And that's when, someone will send you an email or a text message or send you to a fake website to try and trick you into putting your information into that. I mean, I got the New Jersey Transit one like every day on the text message, like you need to re-up your, is it Easy Pass? So at least those are for New York City people. So Tiffany, I would love to just hear a little bit if you could talk about how criminals are actually using AI today to target small businesses.
Yeah, I did some research, and basically they're using generative AI just like we are. They're looking at, I've seen some searches where cyber criminals are asking Gen AI, how do I send an email to, what are some of the things that these employees at this organization would respond to? And so they're getting a long list of potential topics. They're using generative AI to create scrapers that's going to scrape our social media profile and just get intelligence on what we're doing. And so it's not like they're taking a lot of time to try to attack you. Gen AI has made it super easy. Within seconds, they can get information on you, figure out how to send these crafted emails. And what's new that started happening at the beginning of last year is it's no longer just about the email. Like, they're doing something that's called bombing. And basically what they're doing is they're sending your employees and you tons of emails within an hour. So they're just sending you a bunch of emails, and they don't care if you open it. But what they're doing next is they may message one of your team members on Team or on some other platform and say, I'm the support team of this organization. I know that you're under attack. I need you to click on this thing to stop the emails from coming. And they're the ones that's sending the messages. And so that's called a click fix type of attack. And it has nothing to do with email. It's just trying to distract you to hurry up and act. And so it's all about, just to kind of like wrap this up in a button, phishing is the number one way that they're going to get access to you. And so the easiest thing you could do is educate your people on what does phishing look like? How do I report it? What do I need to do if I accidentally do click on something? We got to train our people how to fight, because that's the easiest way that they're going to target you. And so those are some of the ways that they're targeting and using AI.
Thank you. And at Mastercard, I mentioned a little bit earlier, we're trying to make sure that we can provide you with access to education and resources. And so through our Digital Doors program, as well as through Mastercard's Trust Center, we have free cybersecurity education and tools that you can access. And the next panel will actually go into a little bit more detail about that shortly. So before we wrap it up, the theme of today is building wealth while maintaining your business health. So can you just briefly talk about how cybersecurity can be a strategy for growth in building wealth for your business, as well as help you protect your mental health? So we don't want to end on a bad note.
Yeah,
so.
I'll leave it with two things. So cybersecurity should be a business level, it should be a part of your strategic, thought process, because if you're thinking about working with a mature brand, one of the things that they're thinking about is not about how you can do it faster, smarter, cheaper. They're also thinking about the risk that you're going to potentially cause their business. And so if your cybersecurity maturity looks like it's going to create more risk than what is worth, they're not going to do business with you. And so these vendor profiles, they're asking about security because they're trying to understand, can we take on this risk to get access to all the great things you provide? And so you have to increase your maturity to do business that way.
Thank you. And so I know we have to wrap it up and turn it over to St. Louis, who will go into a little bit more in-depth discussion around cybersecurity. But I want to thank Tiffany Ricks, of the CEO of HacWare, and also HacWare is in our demo area if you haven't had a chance. And so you can see Tiffany's solution, her platform, which is fantastic. And also you can talk to our Digital Doors team and learn more about the Trust Center during the next session, as well as during the networking event. So thank you so very much.